Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering, Flesh and Blood. These are all TCGs that have children begging their parents for booster packs and have adults scalping every last inch of Targets and Walmarts in your area. For those of you that don't know what TCG stands for, it is an acronym that means tears, cash gone. Because let's be real, it's basically a gambling addiction. Maybe some of you are out there looking for Disney Lorcana cards, chasing that enchanted Elsa Spirit of Winter card. I absolutely had to look up expensive Lorcana cards, and yes, there is an Elsa card worth $3,000. That's wild. But what is more wild is grown adults who liquidate their retirement breaking into sports cards boxes. Now here's a real definition for you. Apparently, according to Google AI, sports card breaking is a practice where multiple unopened boxes or cases of sports cards are opened publicly and participants purchase slots or teams to receive a portion of the cards. Essentially, it's a way to share the cost and excitement of opening a large quantity of cards, often streaming the process online. There was a guy that spent $244,000 breaking boxes for people, and after all was said and done, he only made back 20% of his money. That's $48,800. Thank you, Google. I mean, brain. Something to note, I hate gambling and specifically casinos, which is funny because my dad designs those things for a living, but I think it's something where the lucky few make it out big and the rest leave more depressed and more broke than when they started. It's so easy to get addicted and the odds are ever stacked in your favor. So that distaste for gambling naturally bled into my distaste for trading card games, which is what TCG actually means if you have not already paused the video and looked it up for yourself on Google. But I would watch people spend $100 on some old booster pack just to open up trash cards. And I would think to myself, well, that seems like a big waste of money. Stupid, dumb, idiot gamers with their silly little card affliction. Couldn't be me, because you see, the other thing I don't really like is trading card games in general. Now, I liked Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day, and my friends and I would get together to build these nonsense decks that were like a hodgepodge of packs and cards that we got from our grandparents for our birthday, and it was a silly good time. But mostly because we didn't understand the game fully and we're just quoting the show the whole time. Your card prophecy has failed you. Now your Toon Dragon will fail you as well. Once I got old enough and I took one look at these peer-reviewed thesis essays written on some of these cards, I was out. That and the fact that once two players get good enough and hit the meta hard enough, it basically comes down to pure luck. Like, God deck number 1 could lose to God deck number 2 because they didn't believe in the heart of the cards. I have to believe in my possibly dead great-grandbrother's teachings and believe in this next card. May the statistic gods bless me and get... This card's useless. And just like that, the battle's ruined because your opponent happens to shuffle a little better than you. So I found it very easy to stay away from trading card games all my life because A, I ain't no gambling addict, and B, I just don't really like trading card games in general. But I do love one thing, and that's one thing is One Piece. I think you know where this is going. Now, I was stricken with curiosity when I saw that Mikenyu, the live-action Zoro, was invited to Oda's house, the creator of One Piece, to play the One Piece card game. Pause to read this post if you haven't already seen this. I was like, a One Piece card game? Interesting. I had no idea this card game existed. Probably because it just came out in like 2022, but also probably because I have been spending most of my life avoiding twitchy card goblins, and there's no reason for the algorithm to funnel that kind of stuff into my content-needy eye holes. Rewind to April 8th, not 12 days ago. I'm finishing up a podcast, and my friend, we'll call him Alec, says this.
The One Piece trading card game, I gave it a shot, went into, my local game shop, saw a bunch of people playing it, just started talking to them, learned it. It's a freaking blast. It's so much fun. They have like starter decks at a reasonable price, so you don't have to go out and like buy a booster, and you can play really well with like the starter decks. It's a lot of fun, super easy, quick games, but you also don't need to watch the anime to play the game. That's also something I do want to make clear. Like, you don't need to do one to do the other. So, dude, it's so much fun, so much fun.
All it took was one friend, who mind you has only watched about 300 episodes of One Piece and is still enjoying the card game, to take me from intrigued to trust me, I'm about to start playing this game. Cut to April 9th, a literal day later, and now I have a starter deck and about 8 booster packs. Like Christmas morning, I could feel the dopamine rushing into my brain as I started ripping open those plastic wrappers. Keep in mind, I know absolutely nothing about tactically crying gamers at this point, so I'm getting excited about cards that the normal competitor probably wouldn't throw into their fire to keep themselves warm. Bro, how are they gonna give me Stussy How are they gonna give me Stussy with that angle? You can't just throw Stussy at me like that. Whoa. Damn. Jared! Yo! Whoa. Barrier pistol! That's a cool card. Is this good? Is this good for us? I love this. I got half a Kinnaman. Yes! But I was having fun. It reminded me of the silly little time I had making garbage Yu-Gi-Oh decks with my friends. We were all stranded during Hurricane Sandy with absolutely no power. The art was thoughtfully commissioned, and I was excited to see my favorite characters as playable cards in a game. But as I sat there, picking card after card, not understanding the repercussions of my own actions, a glimmering card peeked up from behind a foiled Marco. That's so cool. Not worth much, but look at that. Even foiled? Damn. That's cool. Oh my god. This is one of the coolest cards I have ever seen. I didn't even know the card was worth $50. I just thought it looked cool as Crypt. But it was happening. A tantalizing card gamble was taking hold. I remembered. I got a bunch of gift cards from Christmas that had just been burning a hole in my pocket. Maybe I'll go out and buy a booster pack. You know, for the content. Because I'm not really spending my own money here, so what's the harm? So I bought a 2 Legends box and a few old booster packs that I had to drive 30 minutes to find, by the way, an old card shop. And I continued to let the pack opening high take hold of me. Card after card. We got a banger. What is this? Yo, what is this? I bet this isn't worth anything, but this looks insane. Yes! Yes! Got more king. That's what I like to see. Yes! All right. Hey, Don Quixote. Yo! Whoa. That's crazy. Halfway through, I got... Oh! Nice. Yo, look at that. Woo, that's a 45er right there. But I told myself, that's it after the gift cards. I really shouldn't be spending a lot of my own money right now. Remember what happened with the Rocket League crates? And just like that, the addiction was over. Okay, so we're doing one more booster box, but this is for educational purposes. I do hope to show you with this pack opening that you should really be spending your money building decks with singles. It's much cheaper, and that way you won't get addicted to the heart of the cards. Because after all, TCG does stand for 3 copies guaranteed, because you will get duplicate after duplicate of that moosey. Let's begin. All right, let's break into this box, shall we? Oh, baby. Look at that. This is pack number 1. This is not okay. That is the first pack. Oh my god. This is not going well for my point. This is not going well for my point. Pack number 1. So if you see these cards, that's Dawn. So we know that's in this deck. Okay, Drakul Mihawk and Vinsmoke Sanji. Nothing great there, see? The first one might have been good, but the rest are going to be Garbo. Ooh. And nothing. Nothing great. Ooh. I need that Kyros. I need that for my Usopp deck. That's cool. Garbo. See? Okay, I did need this card for a deck of mine. What is that? That is cool. Is it worth much? We're gonna add all this up at the end. Whoa, that's a cool card. See, this is where I'm like, I don't think these cards are worth anything, but that is cool to me. Boo. Meh. Oh, I need this. I do need this for my deck. Is that cool? Probably not worth anything. What's up, Sanji? Nothing. That's halfway through the box, and you can see we're not really even close to the price that we paid for the box. So, good Hydrogen. Frankie. Moosey. Need that. Get rid of the rest. Give me Zoro. Give me Zoro for my deck. Give me Zoro. Meh. Down. Nice. Nice. Ooh. Blah. Oh. It's a sick looking card. Alright. Sabo. And Senior Pink. Love me some Marco. I need that. And you can feel it. We've got 4 packs left, and we only got 1 good pull in all of this. That's 24 cards. Like, not good. Love that card. Ooh. This is worth a little bit, but nothing crazy. Goddamn. We are going to look up this one real quick. Really cool looking card, right? Full art. Only $11. 2 packs left. If you aren't sweating, I am. Because this has felt like one of the most mediocre pulls in existence. Sure enough. And this is our last pack. Sure enough, I think I've already made a bit of a point where these are maybe going to add up to about what you paid on your box, but they are not going to just make you a bunch of money just like that. You're not going to get lucky and just pull that crazy $500 card. Only a few people get those cards, and it's not going to be you. Might be you, but very, very low odds. The Divine Departure card absolutely brought up the value quite a bit, but again, you're hoping that you get one of these big hits to even break even most of the time. We paid $110 for it, so technically speaking, yes, we did make a little more if we were to sell this all than, you know, what we paid for it. But most of these cards you're probably going to want to keep anyways, so it's not something you should be doing if you're expecting to make money. But what I will say is it's a lot of fun, especially when you get collector's cards like this that I'm going to cherish forever and maybe play, who knows. I will go and count all this after and get the nitty-gritty details on even all the standard cards. So here's the total after I've done that. So that is the nitty-gritty total of every single card and its costs that is in this Royal Blood pack. That was 24 card packs, don't forget. And thank you for coming to my deck talk. I am very, very freshly new to TCG games and the hobby in general, and new to playing One Piece. I think I've only played about 2, maybe 3 games with a buddy of mine. So if you wouldn't mind, leave a like and a comment and subscribe down below. Lets me know that you want to see more of this, and maybe you'll enjoy seeing the journey of me, this new hobbyist, going through all of this craziness that is card collecting. But until next time, I'll see you guys.